Were you given the Depo-Provera birth control shot by your doctors? If you were for a period of 12 months and you have been diagnosed with a brain tumor, malignant or benign, you may be eligible for the Depo-Provera lawsuit, class action case out of the Northern District of Florida against Pfizer. The allegations in the complaint are that the company ignored studies out of Europe and Canada which showed that one of the active ingredients in the shot resulted in a significant increase in the diagnosis of tumors in the brain and spinal cord. There are currently almost 1,500 plaintiffs pursuing this action in a consolidated state in the Northern District of Florida in the federal court system. In December of 2025, the FDA approved a change in the labeling of the drug to provide a warning for this very issue. You gotta be very careful as well because the statute of limitations on bringing an action can be as little as 1 year from the date that you were diagnosed with the tumor. Some of the allegations against Pfizer are their failure to warn the doctors who were prescribing the medication, also prioritizing profits over the health of their patients, and in false advertising. In addition, there's a negligent design and manufacturing element to these lawsuits as well. Most recently, Pfizer has moved to eliminate some of the state-based claims that these plaintiffs brought in various parts of the country before the case was consolidated, in suggesting that the federal claims preempt the state claims, meaning they're superior to the state claims, and that's what the court should be looking at. There was a recent study by JAMA Neurology which bolstered the plaintiff's claims about the connection between this specific ingredient in the injection and the development of the tumors in question, the meningioma. The most likely scenario here is a very significant, very large settlement fund agreed to by the named plaintiffs and the attorneys representing them that will benefit, hopefully, all 1,500 of these women who have been diagnosed. Just like in our video about the potential class action lawsuit that may arise out of the acetaminophen Tylenol issue in its relation to the diagnosis of autism, which remains to be seen, this is an actual pending lawsuit which is already existing against Pfizer. Class action lawsuits allow the courts to resolve hundreds, if not thousands, of claims all at once by using the work of one or two of the identified plaintiffs, all who have similar harm to the people who are claiming such things. Most class action lawsuits, you are automatically part of a class if you're part of the class, and you'd have to opt out of it, and they would notify you that you're part of the class. But some class action lawsuits require you to opt in if you want to pursue this claim. The Depo-Provera lawsuit, the class action, is an opt-out class action. So if you're part of the class, they're going to notify you, and you'd have to opt out of it if you don't want to be part of it. So if it's an opt-out and you don't do anything and there's a global settlement that's reached, you would benefit from it. If you do opt out and pursue your own action, then you would not.